called Panda Express. Maybe if I show you their logo. Okay, let me just share my screen for a second. And really, really bad food. So that's why when I said I like authentic food, the Panda Express is not authentic.
It's not good, right?
No, it's not good at all. Really, really bad. Okay. Shimei, we were just talking about, I was saying that I was in Chinatown today. And because I was there, I bought some food for my son. I was talking about Panda Express. Have you ever been there?
Panda Express?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, it's horrible.
Horrible.
Terrible food.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, really, really bad. But I was talking to Helen because she just finished cooking for her youngest son, and she said that we were talking about food, and she said he was hungry. I said when he's a teenager, he'll be really hungry. Okay. What I want to do is I'll do what I usually do. What I asked last week, I asked you a question. I asked you what kind of fruit you like. This week, and I didn't get to my whiteboard yet. I'll do that now. I'm not sure of the date, but Shimei, you may have to translate this. What will you do for autumn moon festival?
就说你那个中秋节怎么过
What
will you do for autumn moon festival?
Autumn.
And that is I don't know if that's an exact translation of it, but that's what they refer to it in English. I was told it's today is the 14th. I was told it's next Wednesday. Is that correct?
Tuesday, I think. 21st.
21st, so Monday.
It's
No,
Monday?
Tuesday.
Tuesday. Let me see.
Yeah, that would be Tuesday.
Tuesday, yeah, Tuesday.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So,
21.
Helen, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. What did you do today?
In the morning, I cleaned up my backyard. At noon, I went to Walmart to buy garden soil.
Okay.
In the afternoon, I took my son to swim.
Okay. And then you made him dinner.
Yeah. Fast.
And what will you do for Autumn Moon Festival?
I think so. Tuesday, maybe off day. So with my family at home.
Okay. All right. Will you have dinner?
Yeah, cook dinner, and after dinner, after dinner, eat. We will eat a moon cake.
Yeah. Okay. Before I go on, what kind of moon cake do you like?
What kind?
什么样子的？
什么样子的？
你喜欢什么样月饼？
怎么样子的？哦，red bean，
啊，红
红豆
豆，
rabbit.
Yeah, me too. Okay.
Okay. Oh, you like rabbit? Oh,
Yeah.
no.
I don't like the egg one.
这个那个 egg 啊，
Oh,
Yeah.
I see.
So,
Egg one. Okay.
yeah. Okay, Joseph, how are you?
Good, thank you. And how are you?
I'm good. And what did you do today?
This morning, my wife and I want to MVC to apply for her driver license.
Oh, okay.
But it didn't work because it was impossible to make appointment
Yes.
online.
Yes, it is.
Uh,
Yeah.
participated in the work meeting in the Living Hope in the afternoon. It was originally it was originally schedule
Yes.
that I shall be at a church to attend the gathering of a class meeting this
Yeah.
Sunday.
Right.
But I was invited to take a photo show for a concert, a campaign the in Farson, New York.
Yeah.
I will not be able to attend the gathering. I'm very sorry.
Okay. I'm gonna ask Shumei to translate this for me.
啊，那个 Joseph 是他是那个Joseph he got the invitation.
No.
Oh, 那这是中文是不是 ？OK，Joseph 他就是周这
No.
个
Okay. What I want you to translate for me is I really think you should go to the concert. We can always have a gathering other times at church. So don't feel bad about not being at the gathering.
啊，担心我
I'm very sorry.
No, don't be. Don't be sorry.
Don't be sorry.
Oh, and nobody told me I didn't have my camera on. Let me turn my camera on.
No, I didn't notice. I forgot to
Yes, I forgot. Okay.
remind you. Yeah, Sunny is running late, and Joey have went out with her friends, so they might not be able to attend today's class.
Okay. Well, again, it is recorded for thanks to Joseph and his really excellent technical skills. So, okay, Joseph. So, what will you do for Autumn Moon Festival?
哎呀，这怎么翻译？五仁月饼怎么翻译？就是有好多种吧，里头是吧？
干果月饼，干果。
Martin nuts, 5 nut pie. It's called a 5 nut.
5 nut. 核桃。
Okay, that I never heard of that. Okay. All right.
Sorry.
That's okay. Before I go on to Li Fang, I do want to mention Joseph talked about taking his wife to the DMV in New Jersey, and for anyone that may need to do anything at the DMV, most things you can do online now, but there's certain things that you have to go there. If you need, you're going to have to go there, try to make an appointment as early as possible. You always check their schedule, and it's always full, so it's very hard to make that appointment.
就是菲尔老师
And this is specifically for Joseph. A woman I was talking to said that usually if you check just after midnight, there's more appointments available.
他那个菲尔说他的一个朋友告诉他，如果你呢晚上12点刚过就赶紧查那个网站，有的时候它就会有名额出来。那个刚刷新，刚刷新，你就可以那个时候去注意，看看能不能订上一个时间去的。
是的，好，感谢 ，Thank you very much.
Yeah, I don't know if it's true, but that's what she said. She said that.
Okay.
All right. Li Fang, how are you?
Fine, thank you.
You sounded American there. That was really good.
Thank you very much.
What did you do today?
My husband and I went on a work with my neighbor.
Okay, good.
Morning. In the morning.
Okay. Okay, I guess that's all. So what will you do for Autumn Moon Festival?
那个中秋干嘛？
中秋吃月饼。I eat meat. 月 month 饼呢
Cake.
month cake.
Okay.
meat 是肉一饼。
哦
meat
Meat moon cakes.
month
Okay, meat moon cakes.
cake 蛋糕啊。
对呀，
mooncake.
Yeah. One of the nice things about what she just said is she said it in Chinese and then she translated it right away into to English, which is good. Okay. Anna, how are you?
And speaking also to
Anna.
what we're saying about sometimes when you're working with people, you don't realize that experience and that exchange is healing you as well. That was something I talked briefly about in my essay where you don't.
Okay, Anna, there's a lot of noise. Okay. All right, Anna, you started school. How's that going?
It's so tired.
Yeah. Okay. What will you do for Autumn Moon Festival?
I will eat mooncake
Okay.
and watch TV with family.
Okay. Why are you gonna watch TV? Why don't you look at the moon?
Because I like.
It's custom to look at the moon on that night. So, all right. Stephen, how are you?
Good.
And how is school? Stephen, how is school? 学校怎么样？
谢谢怎么样？
学校。
谢谢怎么样？
Okay. And what will you do for Autumn Moon Festival? Will you eat mooncake?
Yeah.
Okay. What kind of mooncake do you like?
I like
We have red bean, we have egg, have lotus. What else is there?
Egg.
Egg. Okay. All right. I forgot to ask Anna. Anna, what kind of mooncake do you like? Anna? Okay.
Yeah.
What kind of mooncake do you like?
I like it's very hard to choose.
Okay. So you like many mooncakes.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And Francis, how are you? Francis,
Good evening.
how are you?
I'm just so.
Why?
Not very good. Because on September 1st, I just have a surgery.
Oh.
Mm,
Well, do you
And a new pacemaker was exchanged.
Oh,
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're still recovering?
Mm,
She may?
no, I'm not. I don't feel pain, but I also have palpitations.
Oh, okay, okay. All right. I'm sorry to hear that. If you don't mind, me and the others on here that are Christian, Joseph, Shimei, anyone else is Christian, we'll pray for you. Is that okay?
Thank you.
Okay. Okay, guys, remember to do that. Remember to keep Francis in your prayers. Okay. There was someone on there that had iPod or iPad and they left. Okay. We're going to go back to our book. And before I go to our book, I do have one question for you. It actually came up because of really what I was doing today. I was with a woman that I tutor. We were in Chinatown, and she was well, we were actually in Philadelphia, and she went to we went to a bank, went to TD Bank, and she was trying to get a credit card. Yeah, and they were explaining the difference between credit cards, debit cards, and what they call secure credit cards. Is that something, and I'm not talking about doing this during class, but maybe as a outside, in a sense, outside meeting. Is that something that would be useful to know about, or do you already know about that stuff? Shimei? You're muted. Okay.
呀，菲友说他今天呢去那个中国城，他和他一个他教过的一个学生一块儿去的，去银行呢，就是他给他那个学生解释什么是信用卡，什么是银行卡，还有一种是叫保险的信用卡。他想问一下大家对这个在课外，就是对学这些方面的知识，对了解这方面的知识有没有兴趣？就觉得有没有用？
这个很有用啊。
Yeah.
在银行里。
Very good.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll see if I can. Like I said, it would not be during class. That did not work very well with the doctor's stuff. So I'll do it in addition to this. Okay. Let's look at the book. We're going to be looking at what we call negatives. Negatives with 2B. Negative meaning really no or not. So if we look at the first part, it says key language. Negatives with the verb to be. I am a farmer. I am not a doctor. As an example, I would not. I'll go to actually Shumei. Shumei, ask me, and this goes back to what we were working on last week. Ask me what I do.
What did you do for a living?
Yeah.
That's Phil.
Okay. And she asked me what I do for a living. I would say I am a programmer. I would not say I am a programmer. I am not a doctor. But we would tend to use that, for example, if I said to Shumei, Shumei, are you an accountant?
No, I'm a statistician.
Okay. So in this form in the book, it would be I'm a statistician. I am not a accountant. So Shumei, ask me if I am a let's go with trash collector.
Phil, are you a trash collector?
I'm a programmer. I'm not a trash collector. Okay, so
trash collector 收废品的。
Actually, that's an easy job now. It's just one man on a truck, at least in the suburbs. The city, they still have 3 men, but we'll look at this first. And if we look at this, he is not an adult. It shows a picture of a baby, not the best picture, but an adult is anyone that is over 18 or over.
18 不是以上. Okay.
Yeah, by legal, that's legal definition. You know, so for example, I have 2 sons. I would say they are both adult sons now because they're over 18. Shumei has 2 daughters. One's an adult and one is not. Catherine is over 18. She's in college. Rebecca is, what is she, 15?
Yeah, 15.
Yeah, Rebecca's 15 and in high school. So adult, again, is anyone that is over 18 or 18 and over. So on this school, of course, we have, most of us are adults except for Anna and Stephen. And Anna, how old are you?
14.
14. And Stephen, how old are you?
9.
Okay. So we would refer to Anna as a teen or teenager. And the term they use now for someone who's like Stephen's age is preteen. Yeah, Preteen. So Stephen is a preteen, Anna is a teen, and everyone else here is an adult. So in this case, the negative is he is not an adult. These people are firemen, no, doctor, I think. And let me make that a little bit bigger. I think we have a doctor and we have a farmer, so they are not. Again, same as we've been doing for a while. We have he or she, we use is. We have more than one, we use they, are, is, are, okay. And these look like policemen. We are not actors. It is not 5 o'clock. This is not a pig. And this is not my bag. The most common ones I think that we would use would be, for example, I could say to I could say to Helen, Helen, is this your bag?
No.
Right.
It-
No.
It is a chicken.
Okay, I'm sorry. I should have pointed here.
Oh.
All right, let me use a live example here. Helen, is this your bag?
Yes. What?
Is this your bag?
You know, that's not my bag.
Right. No, that is not my bag. Or you might, for example, if you're in, if you take the subway in Philadelphia or Patco, you might find somebody's phone, and you might go up to them and, Joseph, is this your phone?
No, that is my phone.
That is not my phone. Okay, and the other one that we might use somewhat frequently is it is not 5 o'clock. So, for example, if I don't have my phone or my watch with me, and I said to Shimei, Shimei, is it 8 o'clock yet?
No, it's not. It's not 8 o'clock yet.
Right. Just a negative, because in this case, I don't know what time it is. I don't have my phone. In this case, I perhaps found something, and here it would be, let's say, Helen, not Helen. Let's say Shimei goes to a place where they charge more money for adults than they do for children. Maybe a restaurant sometimes does that. They might say, are both your children adults, or is Rebecca an adult?
No, Rebecca is not adult.
Right, she is not an adult. Okay, so that's how our negatives would be. Again, here it's just if we're using I, we use am. If we're using she, we use is. We're using we use are. And in this case, we are is plural, we meaning more than one. So we would have we are not doctors. So our sentence would be I am not a doctor. She is not a doctor. We are not doctors. Now, doing we is a little more challenging, so we'll stick with I am. And we'll just go through. And what I'd like you to do is pick a job that you don't do. And so, for example, I mentioned before trash collector. So I'm going to use, because I'm referring to myself, I am not a trash collector. Joseph, what are you not?
I'm not a doctor.
Okay. Li Fang,
Okay.
what isn't Joseph?
He is he he oh he not no a doctor.
Okay.
Doctor.
Right. He is not a doctor. And Li Fang, what are you not? that was poor English.
I I am not a doctor.
Okay. Helen, what is what? I'll put it more proper. What isn't Li Fang?
She is not a doctor.
Okay. And what aren't you?
I am not a teacher.
Okay. And Anna, what isn't Helen?
Helen isn't a doctor.
Well, she said she's not a teacher. So she is not a teacher, or Helen is not a teacher. And Anna, what aren't you?
I'm a student.
What?
I'm not a teacher.
Okay. All right. And Stephen, what isn't Anna? Stephen? All right, so Stephen, let's try this. She isn't, or she is not. She not
She not
a
a
teacher.
teacher.
Okay, and Stephen, what aren't you? So again, I
I
am not
am not
a teacher.
a teacher.
Okay. Like I said, that's not something that we would say very frequently, unless going back to our questions of is your child an adult? He or she is not. Is it 8 o'clock? It's not 8 o'clock yet. Is this your phone? That is not my phone. Okay, and before I go on, okay, this is kind of weird. All right, there was someone on here before, and then I guess they went to audit. Okay, never mind then. All right. So again, we have our little mixed up sentences here. And again, the negative to be. Gardner Jack not is a, and the correct form is Jack is not. So it's going to be again. Our basic English sentence patterns are object, in this case, we're gonna have two words for our be verb, object, verb, subject. Jack is not a gardener. So if we have one name, we're gonna have is. We have two names or two people, we're gonna have are here. So if, for example, we had Jack and Jill, it would be Jack and Jill are not gardeners. Jack is not, Jack and Jill are not. Okay, so Helen, let's put this in order. Sister my, she not is.
She is not my sister.
Good. And Joseph, her not car is that.
That is not he. That is not her car.
Good. And Li Fang, years I old not am 35.
I am not 35 years old.
Okay. And Anna are not Spanish, we.
We are not.
We are not Spanish.
Good. And
Spanish. Spanish.
Stephen, yet Chad, a not is. Oh, vet Chad, not is.
Vet Chad. No,
Okay.
it's
So we'll work on this together, Stephen. So our first word is going to be our subject. Our subject is Chad. Chad
And
is not
not
a
a
vet.
vet.
And
That not is vet.
Stephen, do you remember what a vet is?
Spanish.
Sorry? Stephen, do you remember what a vet is?
advocate.
Okay. A vet is an animal doctor. So on Sunday, we talked about pets, cats and dogs. So if you have a cat or a dog, you usually take him to the vet to make sure he's healthy. Okay. All right. We're going to do our negatives here. It is not 11 o'clock. So Helen, make this a negative.
He is not in the office.
Right. Again, because we have just he, we use is.
Yes.
Joseph, number 2.
Number 2. She is not a business woman.
Okay. And Li Fang, number 3.
I am no 18 years old.
Okay. It's we now know that you are not 35 years old and you're not 18 years old.
18.
I don't know why you keep getting that question or that. But one thing I will say is when you said 18, it was very clear that teen, and that's something we worked on before. So that was very good. Okay. Anna, number 4.
This is not a snake.
Good. And Stephen, we do number 5. Stephen, when we have the word we, is it one person or more than one person?
We are not.
Right. We are not artists. Good. And Helen, number
You
6.
are not anyone.
Okay, so he's not in the office. You're not at work. Just
Yes.
it just happens to be coming up this way. And this is probably one of the silliest ones there is. But Joseph, number 7.
Number 7 is what? It's number 7.
Dexter.
Dex is not a cat.
Yes, I think that would be very obvious, but all right. This is an audio thing, so actually we can do this. All right, let me go to Li Fang. Li Fang, is he a doctor?
He 这个司机啊 he is not
Not a doctor.
a doctor.
Not a doctor.
Not a doctor.
Right. And so let's make that what we would call a we'll do 2 sentences. He is not a doctor. He is.
要让你说 he is 什么？
Yes，他是
嗯，
后边是加拿大人，
Okay,
Canada.
she's right.
加拿大，哎，加拿大哎，
Canada
怎么了
Canada, please.
she
？Canadian，
yes.
Canadian， 加拿大人。
Right. I'm sorry. It's it really you're right. He's not a doctor. He's Canadian, but he's a policeman.
我想
Please.
不期末他是加拿大人，你要是司机，他不是司机，是警察。Police，
officer
officer，
Right. Okay. Yeah.
police office。
The old term was policeman. We sometimes use policeman, policewoman, of course, depending on whether male or female. But the more accepted term now, as Li Fang said, is police officer. So, where I'm sorry, Anna. Is he a fireman?
No, she is a animal doctor.
He is not a fireman. He's an animal doctor. Stephen, is she a farmer?
No,
So no, she's not a farmer.
No.
Stephen, no, she's not a farmer.
she's not a farmer.
She's a waitress.
She a waitress.
Good. Okay. And Francis, I'm going to go to you on this one, and you can pretty much give me any answer you want because I don't know what that is. So, Helen is sorry, Francis is I think that's a man. Is he is he a musician?
She.
I
She?
think
Okay.
she's
She.
not a musician.
Okay. It could be a she. So is she a musician? So my thought is she may be a librarian.
Mhm.
Because she is reading to the kids, but I don't know. It could be anything.
Teacher.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. She could be a
Yes.
teacher, but
teacher
yeah, except a teacher usually doesn't have chairs like that. I don't know. What's homeschool? I don't know. All right, we'll go with teacher.
Kindergarten.
Yeah. So what did I ask? Is she a? I forget what I asked.
ask Francis.
No, I know, but what did I ask?
What I ask, you can ask if she's a doctor.
Was it doctor? Okay, we'll go with that. Is she a doctor? She's not a doctor. She's a teacher.
No.
Okay. And Helen, is she? Sorry, is he a? Is he a doctor?
No, he is not a doctor. He is a farmer.
Right. Good. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. We do. frequently we do use contractions. Contractions are just two words that we make into one. And I mentioned this before. This here, and I'll put this on my whiteboard, it's not overly important to know what it is, but just so you know, on my screen, if you're on a computer and if you look on the middle row of keys after the letter L, there is two keys after the letter L. There's a key that has a double line and a single line. If you type that, you have this. That is called an apostrophe. And again, not important to know that, but that indicates a contraction, shortened, or two words shortened to one. So if we look at our book, again, we have you are, you see the apostrophe there, that becomes one word, your.
Here, you are 变成就这 apostrophe 中文叫怎么办？
The
加起来变成 your，
那个 you are 变成了
r 变成这个 r 少了，那个
对，然后是配个撇儿。
叫 you 还是叫 you 啊吗 ？your
right, and the negative is a contraction of the two words are not and becomes aren't. You aren't a doctor. You're not a doctor. It means the same thing.
意思是一样。那发音呢？我这个 you
so if we for the example, I am not a teacher. We make it I'm not a teacher. It is not a pencil. It's not a pencil. It isn't a pencil. Whichever you feel more comfortable saying. I would personally, I would probably use it isn't as opposed to it's not. But again, that's individual thing. He is not a farmer. He's not a farmer. He isn't a farmer. We are not waiters. We're not waiters. We aren't waiters. She is not American. She's not American. She isn't American. And they are not British. They are they are not British. They aren't British. And earlier Anna read a sentence for us, and it was negative was I believe we are not Spanish, so I could say Anna, Stephen, I could say about them they aren't Spanish. Okay, so a little practice with this. We have Louis aren't. Again, we have one person, Louis. So we don't use are, we use is, or the negative isn't. Louis aren't Haley's uncle. Louis, the correct way is Louis isn't Haley's uncle. And I'll go to Helen. It am not 10 o'clock in the morning.
Isn't 10 o'clock in the morning.
It isn't 10 o'clock in the morning.
It
Good.
is.
And Joseph, you isn't 35 years old.
You aren't 35 years old.
Good. And Lifang, I aren't Australian.
I am Australian. Australian.
Australian. Yeah.
Australian.
Let me just scroll.
Australian.
Right. So they're really right. There is no short form of that. I am not, or I am. I.
I'm not.
Right. Okay. Let me just put that on the board. So it becomes I am not, or
not.
that was I aren't Australian. It becomes I'm
这个也错了。
not,
对，他就让你改了。这个就是改一个词。
or the longer form is
对，
I am
正确的。
not. So, like Li Fang said, the sentence was I aren't Australian. The contraction is I am. I'm not Australian. And Francis, my brother aren't married.
My brother isn't married.
Good. And Anna, Tom, and Angela isn't construction workers.
And Angela is not construction worker.
Okay. So Anna, how many people do we have here?
True.
Right. So when we have two, we're going to use either are or aren't.
Tom and Angela aren't construction workers.
Good. And Anna, do you know what a construction worker is?
No.
Okay, I thought so. They're people that build houses, they build office buildings, things like that.
建筑工地的工人 construction worker.
Construction.
And Steven, let's go to this one. You isn't 35 years old. So we'll do that together, Steven. You aren't 35 years old. Okay, good.
应该对的。
All right, I guess we can do this. We have 7:54. We can do this. Okay, my life blog. Blog is just a term for a very short. Usually now it is a online piece of information or a list of information really. So blogs can be specific, like this, talking about her life. A blog can be about a specific topic. It can be, for example, I read blogs sometimes about traveling. So certain websites have people will make comments about traveling, where they travel to, what it's like, things like that. So that's all really a blog is. And in this case, it says my life blog, and it says posted Tuesday, so they put this on the web page about me. So I will read this, and then we'll answer the question. And before I read this, the first thing you're going to see here is the name. And if you looked at it, it would be almost impossible to figure out how to pronounce. The name actually there is Francois. Francois. Yes,
That French pronunciation is a French word or
yes, it's a French name.
法国名字？
I don't know why they do that. They should have kept it to something a little simpler. But my name is Francois, and I am 35 years old. I'll go back and read that again simply because I want to stop here and notice again a contraction. I from 2 words I am. I'll read that again. My name is Francois, and I'm 35 years old. I speak French. I'm not from France. I'm from Quebec. So Quebec is Canada. I'm married to a man called Henry. I'll tell you why I stopped there in a moment. He speaks English, but he isn't from North America, and he isn't from Britain. He's from New Zealand. We don't live in Quebec or New Zealand. We live in Ohio, USA. We are graduate students there. Okay, I'll read that again. A couple of things I do want to explain. I stopped at Henry because in English, that would be pronounced Henry, like I pronounced it, but because she has a French name, I wasn't sure if his name was also French, which if it were French, it would be Henri. It'd be a bit different pronunciation, but in this case, he's from New Zealand, which is an English-speaking country. North America is Canada, United States, and I believe Greenland. He's from New Zealand, which is really, 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 really far in the southern hemisphere. Quebec again is Canada. Canada has 2 official languages, English in some areas and French in other areas. Quebec, I believe, is French. And graduate student is someone who has working on their master's or doctorate degree. So before I read that again, are there any questions about this?
大家有没有问题？这段，它这个 blog 就是博客。
blog 是博客，
没问题。
Okay. So I'll read this again, and then we'll go to the questions. Okay. About me. My name is Francois, and I am 35 years old. I speak French, but I'm not from France. I'm from Quebec. I'm married to a man called Henry. He speaks English, but he isn't from North America, and he isn't from Britain. He's from New Zealand. We don't live in Quebec or New Zealand. We live in Ohio, USA. We are graduate students there. So these questions are referring to Francois. And first question is Francois is 33 years old. And the answer is false. She is 35 years old. Okay. Because this is referring to Francois,
35岁的应该是
because this is referring to Francois, we're using the pronoun she. Francois is a woman, so we will be using she to all the questions referring to her. They, if it's talking about her husband and herself. So, first question is, let me go to Helen. She isn't from the USA. True or
True.
false?
True.
Right. Where's she from?
French. She's French. Yeah. She's from France.
Hmm?
She's from Brit.
But
So let's go. I am not from France. I am from Quebec.
Quebec.
That's okay. Okay.
Quebec.
加拿大人，
我是哪里？
魁北克，
Canada.
加拿大。
Canada.
Canada.
Okay. All right. Joseph, she speaks French. True or false?
True.
Good. And Li Fang, she is French.
yes，C 是这个，
这个 ，His friend 是
是
true 是错。
错的是
Right. Okay.
false，
Yes.
他是魁北克人
She's
，I
Canadian.
am from 魁北克，
Quebec. Yes. She's from Quebec or Canadian.
back
Okay. Francis, her husband speaks English. True or false?
True.
Yep. Anna, her husband is British.
False.
Right. What? Where is her husband from?
He's from New Zealand.
Right. New Zealand.
New
Okay.
Zealand.
Okay. And Stephen, they live in the USA. So, Stephen, what does it say here? Let's read this together. We
We
live
live
in
In
Ohio,
Ohio,
USA.
USA.
True or false? They live in the USA.
True.
And Helen, her husband isn't a student.
Four.
Right, false. They are both students. Okay. What I'll do is I'll read that one more time, and then I'll drop off and leave the room open. So again, about me, my name is Francois, and I'm 35 years old. I speak French, but I'm not from France. I'm from Quebec.
Back.
I'm married to a
Married
man
to a
called
man
Henry.
called Henry.
He speaks English, but he isn't from North America and he isn't from Britain. He's from New Zealand. We don't live in Quebec or New Zealand. We live in Ohio, USA. We are graduate students there. Okay, like I said, I'm gonna, I'll drop off. I'll leave the room open. I know many of you are going to be meet at the church on Sunday for the gathering of the class. I'm looking forward to seeing you there, actually seeing you in person. It's really nice to be able to do that from time to time, you know, actually meet as opposed to just being little images on the screen. But so for those of you that are going to be there, I'm looking forward to that. Joseph, enjoy your concert. And everyone have a great week. Any questions?
Thank you. Thank you.
还有问题吗？No.
Okay.
No.
Thank
All right.
you.
Yeah.
Okay. Like I said, I'll leave the
Thank
room
you
open
very much.
and see you next week.
See you.
See you next week.
Next week.
See you Sunday.
Yes.
Sunday.